ugly day. God, dog, ugly day. Before we get going, this stream is brought to you by BetUS. 150% bonus on your first two deposits when you get in a trance. And 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000. Make sure you use that promo code YouTube150. OC, man, we got you in the house. So, what's your thoughts?
Man, this is a real tough loss for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are just not really that good. I hate to say it that way, but at the end of the day, this is a tough NFL. And unless you're extremely aggressive at what you do at every stage of season, off-season, trade deadlines, draft, and unless you're pushing very hard to improve your team, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught, you're going to get walked down, and then you find out that teams that were bad end up being pretty decent, and if you're not good enough, they end up beating you. And so that's what I see with this Falcons team versus the Dallas Cowboys today. Dak Prescott with the injured hamstring. We get Cooper Rush come in with a valiant effort at the end of the game, but just not quite enough. Too many big plays given up by us on the defensive side of the ball, and just frankly, not enough offense. And not a great running game. And it's something, the Cowboys at some point, whether it be at the end of this regular season or some kind of way this year, they're going to have to begin to address, because it's one and two things you have to do to win football games. You're going to have to be able to run the ball. You're going to have to be able to stop the run. That's the foundation of football. And so, the Cowboys came up short, man, but it's a lot to unpack. I'll save a little bit of this for when we get into the show.
All right, so Coach Marv, A.M.P, in 15 seconds, what's your thoughts? Coach Marv.
Well, your team lost by 6 points. We turned the ball over on downs 2 out of 3 times. And 2 out of those 3 times, they got touchdowns. That's your ball game. Shout out to Big Mike.
Coach.
This is a very sloppy football team. Not a well-coached football team at all. We're starting to see signs of not only not being physical, not in their tackling, not in their blocking. Guys that we thought were physical, we have a bad atmosphere has gotten them, and now they're playing soft. It's a snowball effect, but it goes back to what I said before, Boss and A.M. and OC. When you created a position like this with the 1 year lame duck status and 1 year contracts and all this, you gonna make diamonds or you gonna bust pipes. And right now, all the pipes in the house is busted. And now you're gonna start seeing people go for self-preservation to get out the flood.
Y'all give me 1 second.
Ouch.
I just need to do a couple of things. We're going to be right back.
Look, why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? I need a meal like you. I need some friends and some jewelry. I'm trying to get like you. Sign me a deal like you. Foreign my whip like you. Give me a. I'm trying to be lit like you. Flex on the ground like you. Show all my bands like you. I talk to my friends, I talk to my family, they don't understand like you. Follow the plan like you. I need some fans like you. Make them all stand like you, but I don't understand why I'm not like you. They say comparison is a thief of joy, but what I'm supposed to do, I'm unemployed. Been dropping songs, ain't been making noise. Trying to get like you and hope it fill a void. Look, don't nobody wanna be like me. No shawty, no team like me. Insecure, unemployed, no tour, no story, no green, no peace like me. Close to living on the streets like me. Run away from your dream like me. Mama, dad, miss, I got you living with your granny. Ain't nobody unkeep like me. I mean, unkept like me. Credit low ballin' dead like me. Don't nobody call and check on me. I see y'all ball, y'all flex on me, but cats on all y'all necks on me. Why is all this stress on me? Why I see the less of me? Comparison, no recipe. They say comparison is a thief for joy, but what I'm supposed to do, I'm unemployed. Been dropping songs, ain't been making noise. Trying to get like you and hope it fill a void. Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue?
Alright, man. So we got it back now. We good. Say, sometimes you gotta fly these planes. It's part of the game. Alright, so we back. You know, the first thing that comes to my mind is Zach Martin. And then the second thing that comes to my mind is what's getting ready to happen with Dak and CD. So obviously I'm keeping my own Twitter. Y'all keep y'all on that as well. But, and then obviously Carson. Those like Zach Martin and Carson is kind of top of my mind. OC, what's your thoughts or just period on just kind of like what I just said, or if you just want to spin on it, that's fine. But those two just, I felt like if we had Bland, this game is totally different.
So you want to talk about Zach Martin, and I want to make sure you're speaking about Bland and Zach Martin. Is that right?
Yeah, I just threw out the two biggest names that came to me. Like,
yeah, man.
How they picked on Carson and then just watching Zach Martin, because I think Zach Martin needs to heal or whatever's going on with him.
Well, you know what they say, Boss Cowboy, to your point, Father Time is undefeated, and Zach Martin has been a great pro for a very, very long time. And what you see is age, right? You see age, you see wear, you see tear. And when you playing in the inside of the trenches in the NFL, man, it's going to be rough and hellacious on you, man. If you're playing there 10, 12 years, I mean, you're going to break down. At some point, you will break down. And so you kind of seen the beginning. I would not even say beginning. I'll say this happened a couple years ago with Zach Martin. I'll say you've seen the middle part of kind of the breakdown of his body heading toward retirement in the next couple of years. I mean, that's what you're seeing with Zach Martin. He's a great player. There's no shade on him whatsoever. It happens to everybody. And so you're going to have to begin to draft and think about maybe signing a free agent. I would say next year being proactive to begin to replace the all-world right guard. You know, Bland is a guy that is obviously a fantastic corner, and that, you know, was really looking forward to seeing him grow because of the experience that he gained with all the interceptions last season. But without him being there, you know, it's a game of matchups, and the Falcons were smart to just go out there and take advantage of a matchup in terms of Carson and just try to target him. And they did a very, very good job doing that, made some big plays. And then, you know, hey, that's a part of the loss and why they had success in this ball game. So that'll be my initial thoughts on that, Boss Cowboy. It's a lot to unpack. They did really scheme up an excellent play, too, on a touchdown, man, just really creating almost like a double go and then screen behind, right up the sideline just for an easy toss. And that was a beautiful play design and just really, really good prep by the Atlanta Falcons. So I got to give them credit there.
Yeah, just real quick.
I sent you that info, Boss, unfortunately.
What
about
info?
What you were about the injury.
Just tell me what's going on, because I'm over here flying.
So Dak Prescott was ultimately ruled out, and this is per Nick Harris about 55 minutes ago. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has been ruled out with a hamstring injury.
Okay.
So it wasn't just a hand, it was a hamstring. Because once he threw that pass, he just kind of grimaced like he was in extreme pain.
Hamstrings about 2 weeks, man.
Yep. And he was scrambling around some this game, man. He was scrambling around, trying to make some things happen with his legs. And so, yeah, that may be all a part of it, man. But it's really sad, man. I just really hate to watch the Cowboys look like this, man. I'm used to looking at the Cowboys being competitive to win the NFC East. And right now, man, I'm just looking at a Cowboys team that, and I hate to hear these words come out of my mouth, but I'm truthful, and I'll give you guys real analysis. I'll never fabricate and make up stories, man. I'm looking at a team that might be, might be at the bottom or pretty close to the bottom of the NFC East right now. That's what I'm looking at. That's what my eyeballs see. And I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it, but man, and I'm gonna tell you something too. Mike McCarthy has lost his team. He's lost his team. These guys are not playing hard for Mike McCarthy. These guys are not dying and running through fire for Mike McCarthy. The players coach stuff is a big old fallacy, man. It's malarkey, man. It's a ruse, because nobody gives their best to somebody that coddles them all the time. Nobody will give their best unless it's a degree of accountability. And it doesn't matter who you are in life. It's all personality types, and everybody comes with a degree of self-motivation, but the accountability has to be there to get the maximum motivation and demand results out of players, man. That's what all the great head coaches do, and that's where Mike McCarthy is failing miserably in his management of this team, and this is what got him fired from Green Bay. He was good because of the talent. He was good because of his scheme. He was good because he was a smart coach. He's an experienced coach. But the interpersonal relationship and the inability to switch a style, that's what it is. You have to be able to switch your style based upon the environment that you're upon, and becoming too friendly all the time, you're not getting the best out of your players. Aaron Rodgers started to disrespect him, and the Cowboys, frankly, are starting to disrespect him with their effort level and their intensity level and how they're approaching these football games.
Jesus.
The OC.
No emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
Well, everybody line up. I know y'all got some. Everybody line up for Mike McCarthy. Line up. Everybody get it live. And we
ballin'.
All right, man. What's your thoughts on Mike? Because I got some too. Everybody, y'all get to share this, man. Lord have mercy. Whew.
So you're asking your head coach, you're asking your team to do something that your head coach is incapable or unwilling to do, unable to do. He has no confidence. You saw it in this game. He had no confidence in his defense. He had no confidence in his play calling. He had no confidence in the flow of the game. It showed. He played scared. And the difference of the game is him. Yes, players could play better. Yes, players got to block. Yes, players got to tackle. I understand all of that. But that sole decision to go forward at that point in the third quarter with plenty of time left in the game. Your defense did something this game that they hadn't really done all season. We made Atlanta punt.
Yeah.
We made Atlanta punt. It's not like they were just scoring on every drive.
They wasn't.
They punted the football, y'all.
Exactly. Yeah. We was a few players away. Man, keep going. God, for real.
How many times did they punt this game? One. They started out the game with a punt.
Yep.
One.
Sure did.
2. 3. I'm still going. 4. 5. We made them punt the ball 5 times this game. That's like more than we have all season combined. Damn near. It's hard. It's hard, folks. I believe Mike McCarthy is a very intelligent individual. I believe he knows the game. I believe 2 things have been the detriment of Mike McCarthy. and that is his stubborn ass ego and unwillingness to change and adapt, and his lack of confidence.
Let me jump in real quick. I'm gonna be quick. I see scared. I see panic. And it's, yeah, your play calling is very panicky. You 4th and 1 and you run a jet sweep to CeeDee Lamb. Not a QB sneak, not a Rico who killing him on the ground. I see panic. I'm I'm done. Hey, Coach, I want to run this by you and OC. I'm gonna ask you first. 2 things. Obviously, your thoughts on Mike McCarthy, but how? I know this hard, Coach. What can we do to try to win in the division? Okay, that I'm gonna push you on that one. Then I also want to hear from you and the OC on Hoffman potentially for Martin. I want to hear from both of y'all on that.
Well, first of all, Mike McCarthy, as I told you a couple of weeks, boss, I said, all right, it started coming out. It's starting to, I knew this a couple weeks ago that this is going to be happening, because I see a team that has no confidence. I see a team that is not well coached, that's very, like I said again, sloppy.
Yeah.
You're talking about the day that he went on 4th down. We forgetting about the last game when I told you he went on 4th down.
4th and 7.
4th down and 4.
On our 3rd.
And got it down by 17 points.
Right.
At the halftime, we were down by 10.
Right.
But everybody said, well, give Big Mike a chance. And Big Mike, the ownership and everybody on Big Mike. Listen here. I do not feel sorry, and I want everybody in the chat to listen to this. Do not feel sorry and let people play the victim for stuff that they caused.
Yeah. All right, so
and
how did we win the division?
The victim, stuff that he caused. Now, how you win the division?
All right.
I'm going to be real to you.
Please.
You're not going to change the psyche of this team in mid-season. Listen, this team is looking for somebody to step in that locker room, and not a player, because these players don't know how to win yet. They're looking for somebody to come in there and be a leader of men.
All right,
Shut all this talk out. All these podcasts rating your own players. Then we got guys in here talking about this here. When you have a guy like Ezekiel Elliott, who has been an ultimate Cowboy for 10 years, as long as he's been.
True.
And he start acting up. Yeah. That tells you have no leadership in that locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, Coach, that is factual. Now people go misunderstand you on that one, but that is factual. Like Zach Martin, Tony Pollard, everybody says Zeke was selfless. When he start acting a fool, it's bad. And
that means you got something bad on there. But again, how we gonna change it, boss? It's just gonna take work. But the first thing it's gonna take is what OC said. First, you gotta admit that you are a very bad football team, and cut all this thing about, we trade for somebody, we gonna get better. You could trade 5 times and you still be where you are right now.
With
I'm
that
just telling you.
and Zeke.
All right, okay. When we do that, we're giving them excuses of playing like they're playing. Our best players are getting beat, boss. Tyler Smith, OC up to testify this. Tyler Smith don't even look good.
Yeah. All right, Coach, real quick. Now get us your thoughts on Zach Martin and Hoffman.
The where Bass?
Yeah, all Bass. All Bass.
When Bass came out the last game, the first game, they're talking about switching up. I said when I watched Bass, he looked okay, but at the end of the game, he looked like he started getting tired. Well, that's another issue. Our team looked like they ain't in no damn shape either. That's another issue. But let's go with Bass. Let's go with Bass because we got to get Zach Martin healthy. He is moving around on one leg. I don't know if OC see this. I see this. He is just like, man, he looked like Lyle Collins on one leg. That's what he looked like.
Yeah. that it looked like he got to get healthy. That's why I want to talk to both of y'all about that. They need to sit him down, man. I'm sorry. Like, I think all of this could go together. Like, because, man, Dak is getting, and them running backs getting hit, man, behind him. You know, like you was right. He was the one that cost that touchdown. Zach Martin cost that touchdown on that screen. You called it immediately, Coach.
But this is the bad thing about that play, though. Let me tell you the bad thing about that play. You know Zach Martin, you practice with him every day. You coach him every day. You know he got leg problems. Don't put his ass out in space when he got a block. Why would you do that to him?
Can I insert just to ask a question on the same topic?
Man. I don't understand this.
Quick question.
Go ahead, man.
So we all will admit that post-injury, that Steele has not looked quite himself.
No.
But I think we're seeing him look slightly worse than he even did at points last year.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think because, and a lot of credit we used to give is the fact that he was on the side with a super solid guard. So do you think his regression could also be paired with Zach Martin's regression?
That's a super interesting thought, Amp, and I really do like the fact, y'all give it up for Amp, man. I like Amp thinking deeply about this, but I think that this is an a la carte situation. I think that Zach Martin is not healthy. I think that Zach Martin is aging. I think that technically and fundamentally, I think that Steele has errors, man. He's not as strong as he was, and this is a year now post-op. He's not as strong and explosive as he was anymore. He's not. So his what used to be his 100% is now about his 80%. I'm being honest, and that's just me watching him play. But I also think that technically speaking, and style speaking, that people are messing with his style. And if you look at the style of traditionally really, really strong Cowboys offensive lines, their style is different. And that is the offensive line coach. If their style is different, if the group style is different, that's the offensive line coach. And I think that in some regards, he's trying to develop young players, and he's trying to make an impression on already Pro Bowl caliber players, and in the face of Steele in particular, and even some with Tyler. I think you need to leave those guys alone and encourage them to play the way they play. That's what I think. And I think that to some degree that maybe some of the things that's being shared has not been as helpful. Now, I'm going to go to Boss Cowboy's question, and speaking about Zach Martin. Yeah, I think that, put it like this, I coached in a game last night, guys. Last game of the season, man. Last game of that I'm probably get a chance to coach my youngest son, man. 6th grade, football. We're in the Super Bowl, all right? We lost, all right? But we had a kid, and I didn't want to play this kid. Now listen, we lost at the end of the game, right? Close game. There was a kid, and I knew he was a poor effort kid, but we had 2 injuries to our starters, okay? So I went ahead, I said, hey, I'm going to give you a chance, but if you show that you don't want to block and you don't want to hit, you coming right out of this game. In the very, very first series, he got ran over like 3 or 4 times. I took him out of the game. He did not play the rest of the game. He did not play, right? And I put in a middle linebacker to play left tackle because at least he would hit and try to block, okay? So how is this related to the Cowboys? Is if you can get the job done on a reasonably competent level, then you should probably play if you're the starter. But if you start missing blocks and you start blowing it and you start being a hazard to the team, then you need to come out.
Yep. That's where he is. That's where Zach Martin is. He's a hazard.
And that's
right
where
now.
I'm going. And that's where I'm going, boss.
Yep.
That's where I'm going.
He's a hazard.
So if you are beginning to hurt the group because of your individual play, you need to come out. And it's no shade, it's no disrespect, it's just you're injured. I'm injured, I'm hurt, I'm not at 100%. Give the next man up an opportunity that's a healthy body to at least try to solidify the whole, to try to actually make the group strong. Because right now, trust me, you're going to need all hands on deck. And you know what? Let me go to the next question you asked, Boss Cowboy. How do the Cowboys win the NFC East? Here's my answer. You don't. You don't.
Man, how do you win?
You don't. You don't. Okay? Keep it real. Call me negative. Everybody, take a turn. Call me negative. The OC's being negative. You don't. Look, here's the reality, Boss Cowboy. Here's the reality. And I don't mean to call nobody's baby ugly, and I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade, all right? But what is the Cowboys' record at this point? The Cowboys' record at this point, they are a 3-5 team. The only team that's worse than the Cowboys is the New York Giants. That's 2-7. And if the Cowboys keep going, the Giants end up passing them. Now at the top of the division is our old friend.
All right, so let's pretend that you want to give it your best effort. How would you do it?
Man, prayer and fasting. That's how I give my best effort.
You see what happened to people's brains when they give up? You see what happened to people's brains? They don't even have no ideas no more. That's why I say you can't, because people just don't even think no more. Go ahead. I want a real answer, bro.
I'm gonna give you something, boss.
I got a real answer.
All right, so listen, boss. The only chance that you have to win this division is that you got to begin to control the football game, and you have to figure out how to effectively and efficiently run the ball and use play action pass with a healthy Dak Prescott. You're gonna have to change CeeDee Lamb. He's gonna have to play all over the field, including a little bit of running back.
Oh, hell!
No! Listen! You didn't even listen. That's the problem.
I ain't listen. Hell no. We fight.
You didn't listen to me.
I ain't. Go ahead, bro.
You didn't listen.
Go
ahead. When I say running back, I don't mean running back in the purest form. I mean running back in the sense that you give him some balls out of the backfield. You jet motion him. You let him be maybe a toss sweep type of dude here and there.
So now I heard your shit.
You ask me for ideals, and I give you ideals.
Now I heard you. And I'm over here like, no, sir, hold on.
Oh, hell no.
No, bro, you ain't see CeeDee Lamb tonight? You ain't tired of this? Man, what is OC? What is wrong with you? You ain't see he holding his shoulder. You shouldn't even mention no running back. What is perfect? What the fuck? What is going on with the OC? He got me running out of buttons over here.
You want answers?
What is going on with the OC?
Look. You asked me to give you an idea, and I knew you weren't gonna like it, boss. I give you one ideal, boss. One ideal, boss. My whole point is this. You have to be creative, boss, and you have to figure out different ways to give CeeDee Lamb the ball so that he's not a casualty of mediocre receivers that we have, man, that really are not just getting the job done outside of him, bro. And that's what I'm saying. You got to figure out a way to show different looks of CeeDee Lamb getting the football. You have to figure out a way if you're going to try to win. This is if you're going to try to win. I'm just giving you the if, okay? You're going to have to line up, and you're going to have to be able some type of way to run inside zone, to run power, to run a little bit of efficient counter, okay? And you're going to have to use that to set up short to medium play action passes, and you need to feed Jake Ferguson and do methodical drives up and down the field and keep this defense off of the field as long as you can and try to control the game. That is how you possibly win, boss. That is probably, from what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, it's probably the only way you're going to win against good teams. Because back to my previous premise, boss, before I was so rudely interrupted here, the only other team that is worse than the Cowboys in the NFC East is the New York Giants. They're 2-7, boss. Sitting at the top of our division is the great Dan Quinn, who's done a masterful job.
Oh, Dan Quinn, great now. Oh, my Lord.
A masterful job.
Oh, my God. You almost, man, you kind of getting on the pathetic level. You low-key getting pathetic, bro. I ain't even lie. Listen, you really are, man. You getting on the low-key. It's becoming pathetic, bro. You over here calling Dan Quinn. What the hell is going on?
I'm telling you the truth.
Let me get
Look,
in here, boss.
You see what done happened? I'm done, man.
Dan Quinn, no, hold on, time
I
out.
can't.
Go,
No, we
quick,
finished with you.
No, listen. No, you ain't finished.
You done
with me
held the
until I
mic
get
and
these
done
words
worship
out of my
Dan
mouth.
Quinn.
Listen. No, I'm telling you that Dan Quinn has done a really good job with the Washington Commanders thus far. He has, boss.
No, he has not.
They're okay, boss. Then why?
Oh,
winning, boss?
hell no.
His defense
Why
is
they winning,
almost
boss?
close to last.
What?
His defense is boo-boo dirt trash. When you are the head
said
coach,
team.
you supposed to
Team.
be showing out where you supposed to be the specialist, and he is not.
They're winning, boss.
Okay,
They're
yeah. You gonna see?
boss.
That's what I'm saying, man. You
The
tripping
Eagles.
today,
No, hold
man. You
on,
ain't on
boss,
your A
because we
game
do all
today,
this
man.
stuff. No,
You
wait a
over here
minute. We do all
hollering
this
from
stuff
A.M.P.
all
You
the
ain't
time.
even on your
No.
A game today, man.
No, listen, no,
A.M.P.
bro.
over here
I'm
trying
on
to
my
cook,
game.
and you over here took his sandwich.
I'm on the truth game.
You done
I'm on
took
the truth
you
game.
done took
No, I'm on the
burger.
truth. I'm on the truth game, boss. The record says 7-2, boss. Okay? Tell me, is that wrong? Is that true?
Man, that's
Is it true?
Of course it's true.
Is it true?
Okay,
stop. Second
No,
question.
no,
Wait, stop,
you can't
stop.
tell me when to stop, because guess what?
Let's-
Wasn't we 3-5 in 2018 when we made the playoffs? So being
Okay,
3-5
Marv.
don't mean to give you permission to quit. Because you quit
I'm
and
not
take
quitting.
pride in it, that don't mean I
I'm not
got
quitting.
to.
I'm not quitting. It's not a quit. I'm saying that the way this team's psyche is, listen, Marv just explained it to you. Marv just talked about the culture of the team. I just told you they are quitting on Mike McCarthy. And so unless you shift that, it's no way that you're going to be competitive and make the playoffs. You have to have a come to Jesus meeting and somehow shift that. I gave you practical strategies that the Cowboys can use to try to win games, boss. It's not quitting, it's real. Right now, they're near the bottom of the NFC East, and you're going to have to do a 180, boss, to be competitive, to get close to the top, at least second place, to try to ensure that you make the playoffs, boss. Because right now, as it sits, this is reality, boss Cowboy. You have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are also, they're 5-2. They're 5-2. So you got the Washington Commanders, you got the Eagles, right? And then you got us, and then you have the Giants. So you're gonna have to figure out at least how to try to equal or leapfrog the Eagles, who are now 5-2.
I don't care about their record. Because they also not injured like us. They not
records
banged up
matter,
like
boss.
us.
You can
record, but
placate
also
however you want.
injuries. Now injuries matter too. It depends
True.
on what's going on with Dak. So if Dak is banged up, if CD banged up, Micah not coming back, Bland not coming back, yeah, it's pretty much on paper close to over. But this is what I want to ask if we trying to get a little bit better. I asked this in the beginning, Coach. I said, at what part would you consider Izzy? Would you consider Izzy after the whole game?
Oh yeah, we're gonna consider Izzy. We just want guys out there that's gonna be tackling with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
yeah,
everybody's on board. But I'll say like this: OC is trying to say it, boss. You know this. You've been a football player. You know our team looks soft, and there ain't no win for that. Ain't no win for that. Now you can talk about playing, but if they soft, there ain't no win for that in football. And you can't fix that with no trade or no way. That can't be fixed. And that's the major problem that we see in our team.
Right.
Toughness and mental toughness and physical toughness. And the mental part making the physical part leave even worse. Soon as we got something get hit in the mouth, we just start making bonehead mistakes. We are just not a mentally tough group of men. And I don't know how that can change, but they need to have that type of, they need to admit that, and then they may change if they come back and say, it ain't the injuries, it's that we're not mentally tough. And then that's where we may have some change. We may have a spot. When we say injuries, they're going to keep pushing it off on something else other than their mental toughness. Because everybody, if you look at the rosters of these teams, everybody got people hurt like us.
Not like us. Not like us.
Okay.
Tell me 3 teams hurt like us.
Hey, listen, I remember we 2 years ago we lost a cornerback and a slot corner for the year.
No,
that was
but
2 years
okay.
ago. I remember a couple of years ago.
Okay, we
when
done
we had
lost
first
Sam
year,
Williams. We lost Tank. We lost Micah. We lost Bland. We lost Cook. Like, that's a lot of people, coach. It's no way to just minimize that. Like, yes, we still could have won these games, but we can't act like that don't make no difference, coach.
We lost our quarterback and had a noodle arm quarterback, but our mentally tough. We had enough mentally tough to scrape out 4 victories out of 5.
It wasn't even, to me, just the mental toughness.
Players.
It wasn't even the mental toughness. Then they was doing when they was smart to do. They was having over 30 rushing attempts every one of those games except the one we lost. But Amp, I want to ask you about this because I want to just get to this in terms of trying to get better, because this is a chance for me to see potentially Izzy on the field, because I'm potentially thinking where Izzy can play on the outside, you move Jordan Lewis on the inside, and then you keep Diggs. What's your thoughts on that in terms of potentially trying to improve the secondary?
Considering the fact that you are playing a very physical style receiver
This video
week,
is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
I think it's his game. The same way it was his game against Tampa Bay, against Evans and them boys a couple years back. This is his game. You know you got Devontae Smith. You know you got A.J. Brown. You know you got Dallas Goedert. I would see him. And I would pair him with, if healthy, Wanye Thomas. Because Malik Hooker has shown that he don't care about football the way we thought he cared about football. The man is he is on Dancing with the Stars. He's competing with Emmett on Dancing with the Stars right now. At every opportunity, at every crescendo of a tackle, he gets the damn happy feet.
Oh shit!
What's going on?
But I'm gonna
Coach?
tell you this though.
You all right? Or you watching football?
Y'all gonna see a play that just Saquon Barkley just made. It's gonna be all over. When y'all see that, y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna be saying the exact same thing I just said. I have never seen that in my entire life.
All right, hold on. Let me get back. Let me go back to it. Go ahead, though, Amp.
I was done. I done cooked.
You done crushed Amp out, coach.
I'm sorry,
Turn
man.
off your TV, man. You still on TV, coach. You tripping.
Hey, that right there. Oh, hey, man.
You tripping, coach. You
That
still
right
on
there.
You forgot your TV, coach.
Oh,
OC, man. What's up, you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, boy.
Boss, this is for you, boss. This right here.
You been wanting to do
You clear our views. You clear. Look, boss. This is for you, boss.
Them ain't
This
even
is for
clear.
you. Okay. Call this
Foul
the
me.
blackout then, boss. Call this the blackout then, boss. Call these the blackout. Because this is the truth, boss. And I'm seeing this clearly, boss. I'm seeing this clearly.
You want to say we gonna lose? Go ahead.
You ain't gonna get no. Stop it. Stop it. You ain't gonna get on this
You a
show
quitter.
with all these people and no, and try to convince me that I don't know what I'm talking about, boss. I see quit. You know who's quitting? The Dallas Cowboys. That's who's quitting, boss. They're quitting by their play. They're quitting by their effort. They're quitting by their intensity. So don't sit up here
You
and
wanted
blame
a round
me.
two.
No, don't blame me, boss.
You wanted a round two. Let's go. Sick of this.
Let's go, man.
I'm sick of this, man. Because I don't even know what you fighting about at this point. I'm over here trying to have a good discussion on how to improve little by little. And you want to put on some old funky shades and try to have a repeat of a debate you already lost.
You're making excuses. Because you're sitting here talking about all the
This
injuries,
what,
boss.
can I say
The
this though real
mentality of a
quick?
championship team,
I'm not
boss,
finna fight
is
you, OC.
next
No,
to-
I'm not fighting you. You want to fight? I don't. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about some football. I'm gonna let you fight yourself.
No,
all right?
No, I'm talking about football, boss.
Now hold on real
And what I'm
quick.
telling
OC.
you is
I
that
want
it's
to
next
ask
man
you a
up, boss.
question, bro.
Go ahead, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, man.
What did you think of the adjustment? What did you think of the adjustment of Zimmer playing more Izzy and Wanye? You know, obviously they made that adjustment after San Fran. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Man, in my opinion, man, I think they're doing okay. I think that it's to be determined. I think that you probably need a sample set of 3 to 4 games before you can try to evaluate that adjustment. And I'm one of those people. I don't want to jump and say too much too soon, because it's a lot of reads and checks and things those guys got to get familiar with before I can just sit up here and say they're doing great, they're doing bad. I'm gonna say right now I'm in the middle of the road. I think it's okay.
I want to go watch the film on it, A.M.P and Coach. I want to go watch the film on it because Pitts was quiet after being very loud. You see what I'm saying? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was some adjustments that we couldn't see downfield. You know, we couldn't see the downfield matchups, but it was unusually quiet. That's why A.M.P was talking about all those third, we was, making them punt a lot. Like, so who was the person that put the lid on Pitts? And the only thing we could see in the front end was the personnel changes. So it just made me curious. I want to get your thoughts on that. I just want to get your thoughts on that, OC. So,
yeah, man, it's all good.
Yeah. So is the season over, A.M.P?
Hell no, it ain't over with.
All right, why it's not over?
We are 3-5.
All right.
That means we still have, excuse me, as many games. We have more games left than what we've played.
Yeah.
Mathematically, we ain't out.
Yeah.
So what the hell we talking about draft content for?
Man.
All you got bleeping goofy.
Let's go.
Talking about draft season.
If we lock
before we even get to draft season, let's stop being lazy like we accuse our players of being, and let's actually look at this year's film. How the hell you gonna plan for next year and you ain't fully evaluated this year? Bring your ass back into 2024. Stop looking to the 2025 plan, because that ain't gonna save you. I'll talk more about that on Tuesday. But damn, y'all, we 3-5, like Boss said. Come on.
Man,
There's a lot of football left to be played, and guess what? A lot of those teams who are toward the top right now, guess what? They got to play each other. Hello, McFly. So that's gonna knock a little bit down. Like everybody up top ain't gonna all stay at the top. You're gonna have a couple of chips here and there. They're gonna beat each other out. Washington got to play Philly. Philly got to play Washington. Like, come on. So again, until the fat lady sings, which she ain't even warming up yet. She in the building. I ain't gonna lie, she in the building.
Well,
but she has not even come on stage to do her sound check yet.
No,
she here, she in the back, she's dressed.
She sound checking,
but she has not done sound check yet. So let's pump the brakes. And let's pour into this season.
Tell
the same way I wanted us to exhaust Ezekiel Elliott before we disposed of him. Can we at least pour into something before we dispose of
OC? They don't want to need this talk. I don't even need this talk, El.
Well, boss, you know what this feels like?
That's the OC.
You know what this feels like?
That's the OC and Coach Marv on this BS.
Speaking of OC, I have OCD, and one thing that I hate that burns my ass up. Just like the daddy and everybody hates Chris. My wife, for the life of me, will not hold the bottom of that damn toothpaste and will open up another one. There's some more squeezing left in this season.
Let's go.
More squeezing left in the season. Oh, A.M.P, you cold-blooded, man. You gotta hit
if we locked in, switching up.
A.M.P said it's the most squeezing in the season. And you know, one thing I respect the most out of you, A.M.P, I respect all your feedback and your content, which was fantastic. But the thing that I respect, you admitted, A.M.P, respectfully, very humbly,
don't do it, OC. Don't do it, OC.
The fat lady.
I smell it, OC. Don't do it, OC.
You said the fat lady, she ain't singing, right? No, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Marv. You said she ain't singing, but she's in the building.
Yeah, she in the building, though. We ain't crazy. She in the building. Oh, hey, listen. She approaching the stage too, OC. Look, she approaching the stage.
Hey, look.
That old big old girl.
Hey, look, I'm just a reporter, man. I'm just a reporter, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like I told these 5th grade kids, man, last night. I said, look, I can call great plays, but I can't run them. I can't run them. I ain't tackling nobody. I ain't blocking nobody. Look, and I don't call no plays for the Cowboys, bro. So I don't know. But this is what I'll say. I'll say this. Look, the Cowboys do have quite a bit of season left. Okay.
Yeah.
And if we look at the schedule, I mean, look, we got some winnable games. We got some challenges here, and I'm just taking a quick look at this as we look at this.
Yeah.
We passed the Atlanta Falcons now. We have the Eagles. Then we have the Texans on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Then we have the Commanders.
Let's
then
go.
we have the Giants, a very winnable game. Then we have the Bengals.
Yeah.
Then we have the Panthers.
Yeah.
Then we have the Bucks.
We gonna
then
be
we
hot.
have the Eagles again.
We gonna be hot.
Then we finish with the Commanders.
Let's go, man. I believe it, man. Let's go, man.
Coach got that smile, y'all.
Coach
got that smile, y'all.
Look, let me
locked in. You know, switching up.
Hey, I want to say this too. Go ahead, go.
I'll just finish real quick. So you got what you're looking at here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 games left. So for you to get into these playoffs, I think you can get in if you win 7 out of 9, maybe 6. That's what I think. You gotta go
get
at least
hot.
7. You gotta win 7 out of those 9 games, and you can get into the playoffs. But if you get to the point where we we lose 3 or 4 out of these next 5 games, the fat lady is quickly approaching the mic.
Philly is a must win. We got to start with Philly. We have to.
Division.
I want to say this too.
Conference. Yeah.
Shout out to Rico, bro. I just want to say that real quick, man.
Yeah.
Clap it up for that, man. For real, dude.
And the training staff should be working on him now.
I like the flash that I saw in Rico, man. I like what I saw. I pray to God that he stay healthy. Man, you know, whew.
Yeah.
God,
Good
please
job,
let
Rico.
him stay.
I mean,
good job, Rico.
Good job, Rico. But you won't see him next week.
What you mean?
That's our
MO.
I know.
He cold-blooded. Coach Marv is so much of a realist. Coach Marv is killing y'all.
Nah, but
Coach Marv is killing y'all.
All right. Let's get back on this then, just real quick, because OC, we never heard from you on this.
All right.
What's your thoughts on this Zeke stuff?
Man, I think Zeke is pissed off. I think Zeke is silently rebelling. You know, according to Jane Slater's report, she's saying that he's distracted and he's missed Team Friday meetings and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Well, that's his way of rebelling.
Yeah.
He's saying screw y'all because y'all not giving me the ball.
I want out of here.
Right, basically. So he like, screw y'all. Y'all got me here, got me on this bench, trying to bury me and in my career. Screw y'all. I'll be late to y'all stuff. I'll do whatever. You know what I mean? Screw y'all. So that's what that is. It's a screw you, and then it's a screw you back, and then as we got you under contract, so you know, whatever. After this year, they're gonna part ways. That's what I think. That's my thoughts on that.
Somebody say Zeke would start next week. Man, I swear to God, I don't even want that, bro.
I mean,
as much as I'm a fan of Zeke, and not even a fan of Zeke.
Just be done with it. Like it's starting to turn into a nasty divorce. Just cut it and be done with it, man. Like we getting drugged, you know what I'm saying, into this. The kids arguing at each other. We arguing with folks online and whatnot. Like, just cut ways. Just divorce.
I think they need to. They need to go ahead and stick with Rico.
Done.
If he get injured, then you go with Zeke.
Yeah.
Can I say this? And we all know as players, right? One thing we cannot stand for a coach to do is lie to us. And it is. What he was told and what role he was gonna be given. And I don't think Zeke came in here for no lead role. But it all started when you brought him here and then you went to the goal line and you didn't give him a chance to run. And you like, this is when he first started. Like, well, if that's my role, why I'm not even doing my role no more? I'm not asking for it, but that's what's my role. And once a player think a coach is BSing them, that's it. It's over. It's over. Y'all know this, and you do not. And that's when OC talk about losing the confidence. And he gonna lose the confidence in the locker room because all the locker room loves Zeke. And if you lose Zeke, right, you gonna lose a lot of other players in that locker room. But I would say this: you can't. Rico, Zeke, both of them had a problem early in the year when Rico said in the interview, "I don't know what our roles is running backs." Man, this has already been said, man, a long time ago. And this is the same problem with Boss, what you said about the coaches. They don't understand the running back coach. Their running back coach, man, he don't know what he's doing. And he's switching out guys when guys are hot. And then you got another guy in there. Dalvin Cook probably don't know what's going on. And so I asked you, when we talking about getting back in slack, and I think we got a lot of seasons to go. But I ask y'all this, what do we do well?
Run the ball.
No, we don't.
When we run the ball.
And we do it right. We do it correctly.
Coach, when we run the ball. When we run the ball.
I can't say we just run the ball.
Yes,
but
yes,
I mean,
yes, we do.
In spots. In spots
Hey,
we run the ball.
I can tell you this. Hey, listen, and I ain't been reading about all 22. Hey, hold on, let me say this. Hey, let me say this.
6.5 a carry.
Hey, let me say this, ball.
6.5 a carry.
I'm gonna say this, ball.
For the game.
Right.
We have played how many games? We played 9 games. We played 8 games this year, right? 8 games this year, right?
Right.
I guarantee we ain't ran over. I'm guaranteed we ain't ran over 5 different ground plays all year.
Coach, see, I'm not fighting with you on that. I'm saying this.
So
when we
you ain't
make
gonna be
the
running ball well if you ain't got
this
no
what I'm
creativity in
saying.
the run game.
No, even with that. So like for the Cleveland game in the first half, we ran the ball well. Pittsburgh, we ran the ball well in the second half. We ran the ball with Zeke well in San Fran, true or not? In spots, we ran the ball well when we ran the ball. We was running the ball extremely well today. What was it? Matter of fact, what did it end up being? And we never talk numbers, and then we out of here. We finish after the numbers.
So we ran for 137 yards today as a team, averaging as a team 6.5 per attempt. Rico was 12 for 75, averaging 6.3. Hell, even Dalvin Cook's 2 runs got you 8 yards, netting for a total.
Yeah.
So your 2 running backs are averaging north of 4 yards a carry. Don't tell me we can't run the damn football.
We can run it.
I'm sorry. I love you guys. Respect you guys deeply and greatly. Before the season 2024, the Cowboys have averaged 3.4 yards a carry, while our opponents have averaged 4.8 yards a carry. This is per NFL.com.
We also worse than attempts out of everybody too.
I'm
have
not
no
speaking to
rhythm
that.
in the running back room.
2 things can be true.
I mean,
it's context.
we can always insert what ifs, but as it is,
no, it's not what ifs. It's facts.
I'm saying that's just the numbers.
And
I'm not saying about attempts.
Yeah, and I'm giving more context to it. That's all I'm doing. I'm adding more context to it.
Can you believe that, y'all?
Your argument, Bossy. You add to your argument. We the least in attempts.
Yep.
We're the least in what? We're the least in attempts. We're least in yards per carry. We run the ball less than anybody else. We have no continuity in the running back. We done had 100 different running. All this is because this guy is worse than Kellen Moore that's running this offense now.
You say you were. You know, I never thought I'd admit that, but at least Kellen got
he's looking worse than Kellen right now.
Kellen would score the football. At least Kellen would consistently freaking figure out how to score the football. I ain't gonna lie about that. So
yeah, except in big games, that's the only time he did it. But he didn't have these droughts like this. These just long droughts.
No.
At least Kellen didn't. And one thing Kellen didn't do, boss. Kellen didn't lie to us and get up there and tell you that he gonna run the ball either.
Oh, he told you that. Hey, it
took everything in
me to not. He told.
So that means it took his whole soul. His soul. Everything.
Mike McCarthy get up there and lie to you every week, boss. You posted on Twitter.
Oh no, he lies
to us every
week. Wait. I got one more question up on these numbers. We gotta know this. What was the final rushing attempts?
For us?
Yeah.
18.
We had 18.
And it was 11 for 11 at the half. We didn't run the ball any in the fourth quarter. Any. Because when I screenshotted at the end of the third, we had 18 rush attempts. And for the game, we have, 21. So it was 3 more.
What the fuck is that?
I think that was Cooper Rush scrambling.
The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
We're on the pace to have the least rushing attempts we've had in 10 years. We're on that
Technically,
pace.
total 21.
They need to fire Mike McCarthy, man.
Mike told us, "Hey, I like running the ball."
And only 14 for Dalvin and Rico combined.
He lies literally every week.
You lied to me, but you did.
Every week.
That's
He
what I was saying.
lies every week. I'm done. All right, man. OC, close this out, big dog. Hold on. Let's give our final words and then you close us out. Let me give my final words. You feel me, L? So, this is an interesting time. This is a very interesting time. This has a smell almost like karma, man. Like when the wrath of God is on you, man, it looked like bad luck. Yeah. So for those who, study the Bible, when Jonah was going through, everybody was like, which one of y'all up in here done did something, man? Hey, our luck is not this bad. Dog. Yo,
somebody need to repent.
Somebody, remember they start casting them lots on Jonah? Them boys is like, who in here done sin, man? Jerry, what have you done, man?
Who farted? Really?
Wait.
Which one of y'all cut it?
This dude, Micah gone, Tank gone, did Dak finger get hurt? CD left shoulder get hurt. Sam Williams is out for the season. You lose Neely. You lose the number 2. You lose Bland. Your coach is going for it on 4th and 7. On his 30-yard line, he losing his whole mind. Say, man, what is going on, bro? I just listen, man. That's my final word. I need to get my final word. That's it.
Hey, man, my final word is that that's why I know a lot of people be saying that we sometimes have some negative talk, but we keep it real here, man.
Yeah.
And we tell you like it is. I was just telling a great friend of mine on my birthday on yesterday. And me and him been Cowboy fans for 55 years as well, right?
Happy belated birthday, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, OC. But he said, me and him said, we are probably some of the real Cowboy fans. And one thing I said, I root for the Cowboys with all my soul because of my fandom, right? But my coaching experience and the head coach in me don't see the things I like in the temperament of a winning football team.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's come from that we rested on the laws of being 12-5, and we thought we just flip the switch and get in playoffs and start over from there. And that's not how it is, man. This is a very cruel sport. It will humble you. And you're right, boss, about the football gods. And I'm gonna tell you something else about the football gods. If we get up tomorrow morning for a guy that's given all he's given us, like Ezekiel Elliott, and we can't find for a great role for him, and we cut him, we might not win another damn game this year. Because the football gods going to come down even worse. So, hey, if you want to win.
See, Coach, I gotta add to it. Because I was thinking, how do you have luck this bad at defensive end, right? Then I think about the politics we played on defensive end last year.
And know something else? What you gonna find out, boss? And I'm being real. Let's keep it real for the fans. Me and A.M.P talked about this at halftime. You lose. Let's say if our guys don't play for Philly and we lose against Philly, you may not see Michael Parsons for the rest of this year. You may not see Bland for the rest of the year because they're not gonna go out there halfway hurt because they know how we gonna dictate them. They can't play at 100%, and then this kind of contract year coming up, and then we start playing games with them. Or our Cowboy fans start talking trash about them because they're not at 100% and they're not playing with them. I'm just saying to our Cowboy Nation, we want to get better. Let's realize that we are not a good football team right now, and we're not going to get it by paying no guys and going out there paying some. We're only going to get it if we start making our team get work and grind, because some of these teams that have come back and playing well this year, they don't have no talent we got, but they're grinders. We're more Hollywood. We got players now that want to wear gold chains around their neck. Everybody want to have a big shiny chain around their neck, but we ain't winning no damn games. So let's get back to the grind, man. And we get back to the grind. One thing about it, we used to be showboaters in Cowboy land. Boss can tell you, we always had the shine, but we was dogs with the shine. We were dogs with the shine.
That's right. I like
you
that,
have
coach.
shine,
That's
but
right.
we were dogs.
Hey. Say, man, y'all clap it up for Coach, man. Happy birthday, Coach, man. Y'all make sure y'all send Coach some money. I pinned his cash up on the top of the chat.
Yeah, man, I got some cash up, man. I think everybody, and I want to make sure, listen, man. Cowboy Nation, y'all make my day, man. My birthday went well. Thank you so much for the support.
They paid for your steak, Coach. They paid for a steak for you.
Yeah, that's right. Guys, we agree or we disagree, man. But remember, I ain't never switching up. I'm a Cowboy fan for life. I don't care if we don't win or nothing.
If we locked in,
I'm not
switching
gonna be
up.
an unrealistic fan, and I'm gonna be able to call a spade because I want to dominate. I just don't want to win. I want to dominate. I just don't want to get to the playoffs. I want to win the playoffs.
There you go. Happy birthday, Coach.
So.
What is that, soda?
What is that?
Want to look at this glass and I'll say it's half empty.
Oh, that's something else.
Somebody else will look at that glass and say it's half full. So I agree with the OC and with Coach Marv, but I'm going to look at it from the other side. Despite your team not being mentally tough, despite your team not showing grit at times, despite your team being decimated by injuries on both sides of the ball, despite your offense and defensive line not being up to par, not winning the line of scrimmage, not maybe having the best coaches potentially available, despite all of that, last week in the first half, you win the game. This week in the first half, you were still in the game. When you look at the two games, they mirror each other. Because in instances where we got away from the run, that's when the game got away from us. So despite all of those deficiencies, and really and truthfully, people can crap on this team all they want to, but I believe in my team a little bit more, at least on paper. Because on paper, for everything to be going as bad as it is, it really should look worse than what it is. But we still have been mustering up some level of competitiveness. Unfortunately, in drastic format on every occasion, your head coach seems to take the air out of this team when they need the breath the most. But again, as I said earlier, there is still more squeezing left in this season. There's still more toothpaste in the tube. So guess what? Before we jump to next season, let's go ahead and squeeze this one first. We got to be able to evaluate so we know how to attack going forward. As I always say, good, better, best, never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. We've gotten a little better, but we far from our best. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, y'all be blessed.
So it's a lot I can say, but I'll say three things. I believe it was the late, great Marvin Hagler, or I believe it was a boxer in his era that stated, it's very difficult to get out of bed at 5 a.m. when you're laying on satin sheets. It's very, very difficult to find that motivation, all right, when you're laying on satin sheets. Mike McCarthy got a $25 million contract. That's satin sheets. I remember a time when I had a good job and had a good year, and I was going to see a friend of mine, and a friend of mine was presenting me some business opportunity, and I just kind of blew it off. I was like, oh yeah. He said, no, but you could really, really do well doing this, said business. And, I was like, he said, well, how are you doing in life? I told him how I was doing, what I was working on. He said, I get it now. I was like, what? What'd you get? He said, you're comfortable. You're comfortable. That's the Cowboys' problem. They're too comfortable. They got satin sheets. They got big contracts. This is like the UT of NFL football. You come here, you get steak dinners, you get comped at restaurants, you get VIP, you're an instant superstar. And this really doesn't even matter if you're a first-round draft pick or a fifth-round draft pick. Everybody knows you because that's how the fandom is surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. If the Cowboys has a chance to win, here's my revised advice, Boss Cowboy. If you really want a chance to win, you really want a chance to right the wrongs that have happened thus far, regardless of who comes back or not. If you want to be competitive, this is what you have to do. You have to take away comfort. That's what you have to do. Take away all comfort. Boss Cowboy, there was a time when me and you played for the university we played for, and we won a game, boss. And you remember this, boss? They gave us boxes of fried chicken and just desserts and drinks and all that. We went and lost 2 games in a row, boss. They put us on a sunshine jet. We thought it was a cargo plane. We didn't know if we were going to live or die. And guess what we had on that bag as food? We had cold sandwiches, cold cut sandwiches. That's what we had. You know what they were signaling? We're not satisfied with your performance. We're taking away all comfort. And for the Cowboys to be successful, they have to start from the schedule to the workouts, to the practices, to the film demands, to everything. The level of everything has to go way up. You have to take away all comfort. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, now X, and follow the OC 100 on X as well, man. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports. Don't forget to put money to the CashApp, $ Boss Cowboy Sports. Thank you for your super chats, your supports, and your love. And until next time, we'll see you.
And this stream was brought to you by BetUS, where you receive 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to 2,000. Promo code YouTube 150. We out.
You need to cut that, boss, and play OC stuff over and over this week.
No doubt. Appreciate that, coach. Appreciate that, OC.
That's right.
Yeah.
Salute, fellas.
Salute.
Salute.